Welcome, foolish mortals. Tonight's story on the Twilight Zone is unique and calls for a different type of introduction. We invite you, if you dare, to step aboard into Tower of Terror. The Tower of Terror was released in 1997 on The Wonderful World of Disney. It was on TV. It premiered on October 26, 1997, and is based on our Twilight Zone Tower of Terror ride that was both in California and in Florida. California's version has now been turned into the Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout.
Name's Rocket and I need your help. The Collector has trapped my friends, the Guardians of the Galaxy, in his weird freak show. Check it out. This is the joint we're in, and we need you to help us break out. Got it? Good. Now move it!
Which I do have mixed feelings over. I am a really huge Guardians fan, as we know, as well as Marvel, and I'm super excited for Marvel Land, but the presence of the Tower of Terror did match what they were doing with Buena Vista Treat. But I'm excited to see what happens, but I know a lot of people were very disappointed with the aftermath of them losing the Tower of Terror in California. But when it comes to the US, we still have it in Hollywood Studios, and it's actually where they filmed everything, in Hollywood Studios, for this film.
Hollywood has its dark side too. Consider the Hollywood Tower Hotel, a legendary fallen star. Its elegant silhouette casts a shadow that stretches to us across the generations. What dark secrets lie beyond its doors, in the dusty hallways, the empty rooms? You'll soon know, for we're all about to enter the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror.
It is a very interesting concept because this film was based on the ride, and the ride was based on the television show The Twilight Zone that was from CBS in the 60s.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound. A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
And the original Twilight Zone and this film don't have anything in connection with each other, but you have this ride that's in between that connects both things. When you actually do the Tower of Terror ride, you just get a little pre-show that sets up the storyline for you, and then you go on to the Drop Tower ride.
Hollywood, 1939. Amid the glitz and the glitter of a bustling young movie town at the height of its golden age, the Hollywood Tower Hotel was a star in its own right, a beacon for the show business elite. Now, something is about to happen that will change all that.
But this film expands on that and gives you this wonderfully emotional backstory. This film was written and directed by DJ McCall, who is very, very important within children's horror because he was the creator and writer of Are You Afraid of the Dark? Are You Afraid of the Dark was a amazing television series on Nickelodeon back in the 90s. It premiered in 1990 and ran for 10 years until 2000. And it was an anthology series similar to Goosebumps at the time, where every story was based on something related to horror. A bunch of kids gathered around the campfire. They were the Midnight Society, and they would always tell a ghost story or something related to horror, and that always had some type of moral at the end of it.
Submitted for the approval of the Midnight Society, I call this story.
And a lot of the episodes were really, really emotional, and there was a couple times some of the episodes were really sad. And this is the case. This is a very emotionally well done film. I forgot how sad it is, and I forgot how amazing the twist ending is. I don't want to spoil anything for it, but it's really cool because the story that we get in the beginning of our pre-show about the 5 souls that got stuck in the elevator and they ended up missing on Hallows Night in 1939. we have our two main characters who are played by Steve Guttenberg and Christian Dunst, who end up, their niece and uncle, they end up working together and realizing that there's a case here, and he's this tabloid monster reporter that he makes up a bunch of stuff.
I told you, wait.
I want to see too. Hey, no music.
Stay close.
But they end up finding that the Hollywood Tower Hotel was indeed haunted. They end up working with a witness who was there to experience it all, and with her help they're able to unsolve the mystery of this Tower Hotel and free the ghost from their entrapment, as well as be able to get the hotel back up and running. And it's a really cool concept. It worked really well, and again, without spoiling anything, it's beautifully, emotionally well done, especially for a television film. I've said it before, all the original movies, the 90s and the early 2000s were the perfect time for these films. They were so well done, and they were as amazing as any studio production. We also have Lindsay Ridgway, who was also Morgan Michaels on Boy Meets World. She plays Sally Shine in this film, which is basically a Shirley Temple persona. The whole reason this movie was made is because Disney wanted to test out the waters with a lot of attraction-based films. So this is the first one in the series, and they put it on TV to see how successful it would be. They continued with Country Bears, Haunted Mansion, Pirates of the Caribbean, and Mission to Mars. But none of the rest of the films were successful, unfortunately, except for the Pirates franchise, which is still running, which we talked about already. And we're going to talk about Haunted Mansion tomorrow, but I'm still sad that the Country Bears wasn't as great as it was, because it's still in love with that film. And they actually do have the most amazing scenery. They did film inside and outside of the Hollywood Tower Hotel at MGM Studios, so they were actually on location, which is really cool. And we have some of the best music. We open up on In the Mood by Glenn Miller as we get to see the party in 1939. And I am just in love with the whole aesthetic. It's old Hollywood land, and it's just so well done. I forgot how amazing this movie is. I highly, highly, highly recommend that you guys watch it, and it needs a lot more respect, because for a TV movie it still is amazing, especially one that's based on an attraction. So this one is on my top for my favorite Halloween films. Tomorrow we're going to talk about Haunted Mansion, which isn't as good, but still very important to discuss. So you can stay tuned, and as always, I hope you have a magical day, and I will see you real soon.